And on this Thursday night, after 2 travel days for these teams, the Milwaukee Bucks are going to travel to Brooklyn as they have the series tied at 1. Brooklyn so far has done their job having the series tied up going home, but now they got to step up on their home court in Brooklyn. Big game, what's going to take for the Nets to come back after a game 2 where they didn't really shoot very well and Kyrie Irving did not score a lot in the second half?
Well, we saw Giannis Antetokounmpo really take over in that second half. He had a pretty quiet game from what we thought, but obviously he put up the points and he had major help in game two from Chris Middleton and Eric Bledsoe, who stepped up and hit some shots. And obviously Kyrie Irving took a majority of the shots in the first two games for Brooklyn. In game one, he was able to hit most of those shots and keep Brooklyn up front all game long. And obviously last game really struggled, shooting the ball. And for the Bucks, I mean, now you're away from home. You played great all year long. You actually had struggles in game one, and in game two, they figured out some pieces. You need Giannis to have another big game, and can they out rebound the bigs of Brooklyn? Would be my question of the first half. I think the Bucks will be winning if they can out rebound Brooklyn in the first half.
And it looks as though we're going to get started at the Barclays Center. Lopez and DeAndre Jordan are at half court for the jump ball. And that's a good start out. Kyrie Irving. Big game. We saw the Bucks finally get some help from the other guys in game 2 like they'd hoped. Like Ersan Ilyasova, Eric Bledsoe, and Chris Middleton all had big second halves. Do you think they're going to be able to do that again today in game 3?
Well, for the Bucks to win, they're going to have to. We saw game one, Giannis carried the load and didn't get much help, and they couldn't secure the win or come back from Brooklyn. Game two, he had the help, and they were able to pull away late and take control of that game, and they're going to need some reliable help for Giannis for them to be able to secure this series and game three win.
And just to look at Kyrie Irving's starts, his first quarters have been phenomenal so far, and it looks like he's going to do it again tonight. As here he has 4 straight points for the Nets and is 2 for 2 from the floor. Oh, Brook Lopez pull up 3, rolls out, and he is 0 for 2 from the 3-point line. Oh, Kyrie Irving for 3. It's good. He's 3 for 3.
And a big start here for Brooklyn, all off of Kyrie.
And good defense there by Jared Allen. Now it's stolen. LeVert loses the handle, and here comes Giannis. Right past everyone, two-hand jam. And big game, we really haven't seen the bigs for Brooklyn have any of the three have a big game in this series. Does that speak to the matchup in this series compared to the Raptors or the 76ers, or do the Bucks just have this Nets bigs solved so far?
Well, I think the one advantage that they have is with Giannis. He's a much quicker big man compared to most of the other big men that they've played so far. Most of them slower and bigger, similar to Lopez, and um, so it is an advantage. Obviously, I think Brooklyn's bigs just were a lot more dominant in those two first series, and it's a lot tougher to be dominant against a pretty good three-point shooting team in the Bucks.
Here comes Jordan, though. Pick and roll with Joe Harris. Good cut by him. And the Nets having a great first quarter so far, while the Bucks have been kind of stagnant on offense. Brook Lopez's third 3 rolls out again. And big game, if you're Mike Budenholzer, do you just let your big man keep shooting despite his struggles so far in the series?
Well, one of these will fall and it'll be a big one. So I think the Bucks are waiting for that. And obviously, at the first quarter, as long as stay close, the game can't get too far away from you.
LeVert has to take a tough shot. He can't make it there. Here comes Bledsoe. They're going to give it to Lopez once again. Now here's the mismatches the Bucks have to take advantage of. Joe Harris on Giannis Antetokounmpo. And easy hook shot. And Giannis hits. 9-6 now is the score. And it seems as the Nets will call a timeout here to make some changes to their bench. And big game, is there anyone on the Nets bench you'd like to see step up more in Game 3 than what they performed in Game 1s and 2?
Well, we saw how good Claxton can be as a big man off the bench for Brooklyn. Obviously, in games 1 and 2, he struggled shooting the ball wise. He played very great defensively, but maybe you'd like to see him kind of get some jumpers cooking in Game 3 to help Brooklyn win.
Yeah, and we'll see if Claxton can do that either offensively or defensively for him. George Hill's going to have to take a mid-range shot here, wide open. And good rebound by Claxton over Robin Lopez. An easy finish by Taurean Prince there. And big game, is there anything you saw in the Bucks offense in the first quarter that they're not doing too good a job scoring?
I thought in the second half of Game 2, they did a very good job driving and finishing, whether it was on offensive rebounds after a miss or just finishing at the basket. We saw Bledsoe do that a couple times. We saw, obviously, Giannis, the king, of doing that. And so far in this first quarter, we haven't seen a lot of that. We've seen a lot more jumpers or post-ups. And obviously, defensively, they've allowed Kyrie Irving to hit a couple shots here in this first quarter, and I think that's really been the difference.
And Robin Lopez is going to get his second block, but oh no, the ball gets rolled around with Prince and Ilyasova and will end up in Pat Connaughton's hands for a pass for Dante DiVincenzo, and he gets fouled. He'll go to line for 2. And the Bucks really struggled from the free throw line in Game 2, and it's not like the Nets performed much better. 59% clip for the Bucks in Game 2. There's only room for improvement there, big game, especially when their star, Giannis Antetokounmpo, shot 4 or 5 from the line.
Yeah, that's something you don't see out of the Bucks. Very rare to see them shoot that play from the free throw line, and highly unlikely that even happens again here in the series.
And somehow that rebound gets hit out to Pat Connaughton. Oh, and that's going to be off Musa there. Tips out of bounds. And right now the Bucks should feel pretty good about this first quarter. Despite the offensive struggles, they find themselves only down 1 right now.
And he had a chance to take the lead.
When they can't do that there, as Marvin Williams will miss the layup in the paint. We'll see if Kyrie Irving has any last-second magic in the first quarter. Under 5 seconds now. He's going to have to take a deep 3, it seems. From the logo, can't hit. But the Nets lead the first quarter, 11-10. We'll see you soon in the second. And we're back at the Barclays Center for Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals as the Nets lead this one 11-10. But the Bucks seem to have struggled a bit in that first quarter, yet only find themselves down 1. And George Hill adds to his total of 4 points. And you look at that field goal percentage, big game. The Bucks winning this game, yet have 1 less field goal on the same number of shots as the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, and obviously the Nets started off 3 for 3 there with Kyrie Irving, and ever since they've kind of started to go into a funk here offensively.
Oh, and Marvin Williams gets fouled in the paint, and that's already the second foul on Claxton. And a rare miss by Marvin Williams, usually a good free throw shooter. And big game, what do you have to say about Robin Lopez's defense so far in the paint as he has 3 blocks so far in the game?
Well, if you remember back, he had one of these games
And
in
that's
the
4.
first series against Orlando. I believe he had a monster game offensively and defensively. And we're seeing that here tonight on the defensive end as he's just been a monster.
And like we said before game 1, as long as they get one X factor off the bench, it seems the Bucks are in pretty good shape most games. And so far it's been Robin Lopez and then George Hill scoring wise. Ooh, a mismatch in the paint. DeAndre Jordan's taking advantage of most of these, but he doesn't here, but he gets a rebound and he scores. And that is the performance the Nets need out of DeAndre Jordan is he has to finish in the paint whenever he has mismatches, especially on offensive rebounds.
And he picks up a foul there on Lopez. Now the big men of Brooklyn going hack-a-shack here in the second quarter, all picking up quick fouls.
They're going to have to be careful so they don't get in the bonus early. Oh, good rebound for Claxton. And once again, big game. Kind of a weird start for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He has not done much scoring in Game 3, yet the Bucks find themselves tied. Pretty similar to the first half in Milwaukee in Game 2.
Pick and roll here with DeAndre Jordan as the ball handler. Back to LeVert for the tough three. No good.
Oh, alley-oop. Wow, what a pass by Eric Bledsoe.
Spencer Dinwiddie here with Kyle Korver on him. Oh, three ball. That's wet. Three from Spencer Dinwiddie gives Brooklyn the lead back.
Big game. This is usually the situations where we found Brooklyn has struggled in the series when Kyrie Irving's not on the court and they have to find someone to score. And usually it is Spencer Dinwiddie, but they might need some other guys to step up so far. And yet another miss for Giannis in the post. Jordan and Jared Allen have been playing very good defense when he's been driving so far in Game 3. Oh, great push.
What a move.
And the Nets find themselves up now by 3, while the Bucks continue to struggle, only shooting 33%.
Again, Giannis down low with the big man DeAndre Jordan on him.
And big game, if you're honest right now, how do you solve this problem with DeAndre Jordan and Jared Allen constantly bothering him in the paint?
Well, this is something we talked about before the series that we thought was going to be a little bit harder for Giannis in this series compared to the last two is because Brooklyn rides this double big man lineup most of the game. It was going to be as Giannis tries there and slams it home, got by Claxton. We knew it was going to be a little bit of trouble for him, and that's where we thought his mid-range jumper or a three-point shot would have to fall this series, and or he'd have to be on attack mode trying to draw fouls on those big guys. But so far in the series, the big guys for Brooklyn have been very solid.
Caris LeVert, mid-range, but it'll go to DeAndre Jordan. Can't finish off the offensive board, and it'll go to Giannis. Here he comes in the fast break. Oh, and fouled by Spencer Dinwiddie. That is his second now. And big game, what do you think about this strategy, or is it not even a strategy by Brooklyn so far to foul a lot, now allowing easy drives?
Well, that could be something that they found off of all the missed free throws by the Bucks in Game 2. They were kind of hoping that the Bucks continue to struggle from the free throw line.
And now Pat Connaughton will foul Jared Allen. Maybe the right call is he did not want him to get an easy dunk or finish in the paint. but he makes both free throws, giving the Nets a 1-point lead with 1:30 left in the second quarter. Lopez, lefty hook, can't make it there. And the interior defense for the Nets has been outstanding in Game 3. Oh, Ersan Ilyasova thought he had a block. But it's going to be an and one for Jared Allen.
Jared Allen powers through that one.
And now he's 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Pick and roll between Hill and Lopez. Mid-range for Hill, can't hit. The Nets have a chance to extend the lead. Here comes Kyrie. He will not make the layup. It seemed like that was going to roll in, but it rolled out. Brook Lopez wide open for 3. He is now 0 for 4 in this game. And DeAndre Jordan, very good first half. And now Kyrie Irving extends the Nets lead to 7 with a 3.
And a pull-up 3 on that. Kyrie, again, putting some pressure on the Bucks here late in the first half to try and cut the deficit. Pat Connaughton open 3, and he can't hit. Brooklyn will get the last shot here and a chance to extend their lead. Kyrie drives, step back, mid-range, no, pump fake, hesitation, turnaround, Jay, no good.
And the Nets will hold a 26-19 lead going into halftime. And as we head into our halftime show, Kyrie Irving once again with a great first half, but he had some help from DeAndre Jordan defensively and taking advantage of mismatches in the post. And big game, you look at that Bucks field goal percentage to only be down 7 points right now. Really, it was only because of that little run that the Nets went on at the end of the half. So you don't feel too bad. But the real issue is Giannis doesn't even seem like he's having a great first half yet. He has 12 points out of your 19. So it needs to be the other guys stepping up in this game.
Well, it's similar to what we saw here in Game 1. Not getting much help, main cause of concern for the Bucks.
And that'll be all as we head into the second half. And so far for the Bucks, it's been mostly Giannis as the offense, despite him shooting 5 for 9, as most of those misses have been when DeAndre Jordan's been guarding him. We'll see if he can somehow find a way around that, as Brook Lopez now attacks DeAndre Jordan, gets him his second foul.
Finally, Lopez looking to get some points on the board after a very gruesome first half.
Yeah, not the worst move to attack the paint or look for a post move for an easier finish than the three-point line, maybe to see if he can get himself going in the game. Oh, and now Bledsoe fouls Kyrie Irving. And big game, what's it going to take for the Nets to hold on to this lead, especially with the Bucks' poor shooting percentage in this game?
They're going to need a lot of Kyrie Irving. You hope to get some success out of the big men like you got in that first half. I thought they played pretty well.
Yeah, so far in that first half, I believe that might have been the best half we saw their big men play as a collective unit, especially DeAndre Jordan. Lopez, his 5th 3 of the game, can't hit, but Giannis is there. Oh, it gets stolen.
Oh, stripped.
And it's off of him.
And it's off Giannis. Wow. Great play there by the Brooklyn Bigs.
Pick and roll, Joe Harris and Jared Allen. Now they have the mismatch they want. Into the paint. Good
Oh,
defense by Middleton, though.
a good move there by Jared Allen. Just couldn't finish. Really tried to power through Middleton there and just had too much on the layup.
And big game. How do the Bucks find a way to create offense besides Giannis right now in Game 3?
Well, steal over right there to get it to Bledsoe up ahead who drives Joe Harris on fouled going to the line. You hope maybe some turnovers. That'd be good. Just like we saw there, that'd be a good start for them. I just think that they've relied so much on Kyrie Irving that they need somebody else to really put in some shots. As there, Kyrie Irving gets open and drills it.
You look at that even scoring by the two stars, each with 14 points in Game 3. Eric Bledsoe wide open for three. Can't hit. Big game. Has it been the Bucks misses that have been surprising, or the Nets defense against the three-point line? As there's been a lot of struggles overall that kind of remind you of Game 1 when they went 1 for 12.
Well, Kyrie fadeaway three, no good. I think you've seen them just play very good. Always Giannis drives there, easy slam. Uh, their defense has been good on the interior, which has stopped Giannis, which has forced more shots. On 3-point line. And we thought we weren't going to see a replica of a 1 for 12 kind of game. As LeVert fires up a three, no good.
And another
And that's
great
off
play by the
Giannis.
Nets bigs. Wow. They've really tried to bother Giannis tonight. And despite his so far pretty good success in this game, they've done a great job just avoiding the 80 to 90% type games he's had in the playoffs mostly. And big game, the Bucks starters will mostly stay in here besides DiVincenzo and Robin Lopez are going to sign in. Is that the right move to match Kyrie Irving staying in this game and Jared Allen?
I think it is. You really gotta try and fight fire with fires. Oh, DiVincenzo on a reverse lob. How about that play? Great pass by Bledsoe there.
Bledsoe hasn't been very active scoring wise in this game besides the one free throw, but he's done a great job playmaking so far. And wow, Robin Lopez gets completely phased out as Kyrie makes the step back mid range. And if you're the Nets right now, all you have to do is match the scoring of the Bucks, which is easier said than done, but so far they've done that in this quarter.
Well, you're hoping once maybe Kyrie Irving goes out of the ball game, they can make a run of some sort and try and cut in this lead and nab the win. And a shot there missed by Giannis, I believe that was. And Brooklyn is trying to stay aggressive here. I mean, Kyrie Irving has helped them get in this spot. And as Kyrie drives again, blocked though. Was it Bledsoe or Lopez?
Yeah, it almost
both of
seemed
them
like
got
a
piece
double
and
block, yeah.
up
Middleton
ahead.
wide
Open
open.
Middleton.
And it's good. Big shot there by Chris Middleton as they're trying to cut into this lead. And big game, what do you have to say about this playoff atmosphere in the Barclays Center so far during the first round, semifinals, and the conference finals now?
Well, we knew how electric it was last year when they played some games here, but it doesn't get much better than this.
And now timeout by Coach Mike
Um,
Budenholzer. Is this for subs big game or something else?
this could be to see to bring in the bench, maybe get Giannis some rest before the fourth quarter. Um, yeah, and as you see, it does look like the Milwaukee bench coming in along with the Brooklyn bench.
No, Giannis will stay in this game, though, with the
Oh,
bench
and a
unit.
surprising move.
And no
Surprising move, but
center.
obviously it's do or die time. Mike Budenholzer feels trying to keep the Milwaukee Bucks in this game by keeping Giannis in here late in the third quarter.
And George Hill in this game, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. and 6 points. He's done a good job getting to the line. But big game, Kyrie Irving will also stay in the game, usually as we expect, so that might be part of the move as well for Coach Mike Budenholzer. Musa, deep three, can't hit. Oh, they're going to go into the post. Mismatch. Fade away for Giannis. Can't hit. Missed opportunity there with Spencer Dinwiddie on him.
Well, they get to Clarkson with DiVincenzo on down low.
And good hook shot by him. And they get the lead back up to 6. Here comes Giannis. Oh, and Giannis posterizes Claxton. Blue past Prince. And there was not much Claxton could do.
Harry, pull up here, no good. And the Bucks staying close here.
Oh, and it seems Giannis is going to hold on to it. Let the clock run down as we're under 10 seconds now in the third quarter. Blows past mid-range. Good shot by Giannis there. 2.2 seconds though for the Nets to get up a shot. 3 forced court shots. No good. Hits back rim. And the Nets only lead by 2. 39-37 going into the fourth quarter in this pivotal Game 3 in Brooklyn. And we're back for the fourth quarter in the Barclays Center, the Eastern Conference Finals Game 3. And we have our State Farm pass of the game. And Ersan Ilyasova thought he had a block off that, but Jared Allen's able to finish off the great pass by Joe Harris in the paint. And big game after Kyrie Irving played all of that third quarter. What do you think the Nets offense is going to look like in this fourth quarter, at least for the first 3 to 4 minutes?
Well, I could see them using the big men as they are here. DeAndre Jordan down low with Lopez on him, or trying to get mismatches, trying to get them shots, and maybe open up LeVert, Taurean Prince, or Spencer Dinwiddie at the 3-point line.
Looks like George Hill's trying to find an opening in the Nets defense. He can't. And Ersan Ilyasova, though, big rebound, but can't finish on the layup. Spencer Dinwiddie wide open in the paint, but Lopez somehow gets back.
And the Nets do a good job getting back here on this possession as well. Defense is stepping up so far here for the second units.
Oh, and George Hill's looking into his big man Lopez as he has a mismatch. Oh, and he passes it out. The Bucks have really not been able to take advantage of mismatches, but this time it'll work out for him as Pat Connaughton gets fouled. And Connaughton will tie the game at 39. So far, a very defensive game in Game 3. Big game. We saw Eric Bledsoe have a huge third and fourth quarter in Game 2. Do you think he can do that in this Game 3 as well?
Well, we saw the defensive mentality really come out in Bledsoe. He had a couple of turnovers and some great drives and finishes. Oh, Jared Allen can't finish down low there, and now the Bucks with a chance to take the lead here on this possession with the second unit in here in this fourth quarter.
And Bledsoe and Lopez are going to be looked at as the leaders on this second unit, in with the second unit right now, but Bledsoe takes a bold fadeaway 3 there, trying to get a 3-point lead. Under 4 minutes now in the fourth. We'll see if the Nets can find a way to score, as they've been struggling so far to start the fourth. And they will. LeVert, a close shot on the jumper. And Big Game, what do you have to say about the shooting percentage so far for both teams? And the Nets also have an extra 8 shots in this game, yet the rebounding game seems very close.
Well, we talked about how great defensively both these teams have been so far. The answer right there, and gives the Bucks the lead. Bledsoe knocks it down after his ill-advised fadeaway three last time down, drills a three that time. You've just seen how good defensively in the paint both these teams have been so far. As Dinwiddie now with a three can't hit it. Giannis hasn't really gotten going. Kyrie did in that first half, kind of didn't do much here in the second half. And now Bledsoe again finishes. Bucks up three.
And this unit seems to be doing a great job for Mike Budenholzer so far, at least holding the load in the fourth quarter or even giving them the lead like they have right now. But I think Mike Budenholzer is going to bring in his star back into this game, as well as Chris Middleton for the number 2 spot. Now, the real question is, will we see Kyrie Irving in this one? And this player of the game so far, it's either going to be Giannis or Kyrie Irving. We'll see who ends up winning this game. It's a pretty close battle so far.
And this stretch here is going to be big for the Brooklyn Bigs. Can they contain Giannis in the post? That's going to be the question, and that will answer the outcome here in this game.
You know, and it's also going to be important for these two teams. They at least got to get a few possessions where they're either setting up some of their shooters like Wesley Matthews and Middleton for the Bucks, and then Joe Harris or LeVert for the Nets on some off-ball screens, which we haven't really seen this game much of anything. They tried to a few times in game 1 and 2, but it's been very absent so far with how good the defense has been. And we're going to see Mike Budenholzer bringing Dante DiVincenzo for Wesley Matthews' big game. We've been seeing the veteran shooting guard be subbed out for DiVincenzo, showing his great confidence in him. And Kyrie Irving, huge shot with 2:15 left, hits a three to give the Nets a 2-point lead. We'll see how the Bucks respond. Wow, and look how that turns out. Jordan thought he had a steal to give them a little breathing room, but Lopez ends up getting it back and throws down a two-hand jam with both legs going flying in there. Kyrie blocked.
Oh, blocked.
And look at the mismatch. Oh, they're not going to go to Giannis yet, as he has Kyrie Irving on him, and Bledsoe has Jared Allen. Great move by Bledsoe to take advantage of that. And they have a 2-point lead. And big game, Eric Bledsoe, 7 points in the fourth quarter. What have you seen that's just allowed him to be clutch so far in the fourth quarter in the Eastern Conference Finals?
Well, his defense just has been excellent. And to go on top of that, then he's able to finish at the other end. He's just been an all-around great player for the Bucks and has really helped Giannis in the games that they've won so far.
And Kyrie gets the shot off, but he can't hit there. That would have been a huge shot. Alley-oop to Giannis, though. 4-point lead. Despite the poor shooting percentage for the Bucks, they've really come into Game 3, bringing their effort to make sure they did not get out of this game at any point. But Kyrie answers once again. Nets only down by 2 under a minute. Big game. If there's a play you'd like to see out of the Bucks here, what do you think it'd be?
Well, with how good Giannis has been so far, I'd like to see the ball in Giannis's hands. Obviously see what they. Oh, he gets it to DiVincenzo, open three. Oh, and DiVincenzo drills it.
And that just shows the trust in the sophomore right now. And Mike Budenholzer brings him in with about 2:30 left. And look at that. He hits a clutch three, possibly to win this game. Just a great job coaching by Mike Budenholzer. Ball in Kyrie Irving's hands. We'll see if he goes for the quick two or gets a chance for a three. Blocked by Lopez. All right, big game. 29.6 seconds left. Should they go for a three here or a quick two?
Well, I think you can go for two. We've seen how poor the Bucks can shoot from the free throw line, like they did last game. You gotta hope, get a quick two and maybe you miss a free throw on the other end. But you can draw a good 3-point play out of bounds play here and get either Kyrie or a good 3-point shooter open. It's worth it.
LeVert mid-range hits, 3-point game. The Bucks used their last timeout. And after the Bucks won, shooting 59% game 2 and a bit larger deficit of a game, we'll see if they can clinch out game 3 on the road with their free throw shooting. It'll either be Bledsoe or Middleton shooting, it seems. No, it'll be Bledsoe. One more foul and they'll be in the bonus. And Bledsoe's going to get his opportunity to continue his fourth quarter clutch run so far for the Bucks. Makes the first, that's the big one. Oh, misses the second. Under 20 seconds left. Kyrie Irving trying to find the paint right now. Out to Joe Harris. Deep three. Can't hit. And Giannis can close this game on the road to get the Bucks to a 2-1 lead. Kyrie Irving, 3/4 court, can't hit. And that's our final from Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Huge win for the Bucks, 55-50. A really great defensive battle between each team, but the Bucks just stayed there all game and found a way to win this game on the road. And we'll head over to the box score post-game show. And big game, look at DeAndre Jordan. 8 points, 13 rebounds. His best game of the series so far and exactly what the Nets needed. And Jared Allen, not the best rebounding performance, but he put in 7 points, especially 3 for 3 from the line. And Kyrie Irving, 21 points again. This is the kind of game you need out of your team. They did a good job defensively, but they fall short. Anything else on the Nets side?
Yeah, Kyrie Irving just couldn't hit, big time shots down the stretch. His big men had pretty solid games. They just got outplayed there in that fourth quarter. The defense by the Bucks was just so good, and there wasn't much Brooklyn could do on the offensive end. And it was a grit and grind game. They led most of the game, but just couldn't close it out.
And we go over to the Bucks side, and Giannis, despite shooting 10 of 17, which so far in this playoffs has been a pretty low percentage for him, he still stepped up, scored 23 points, and had 7 rebounds. And once again, Eric Bledsoe, big fourth quarter, 8 points there, and Dante DiVincenzo hit that dagger 3. Good overall performance by the Bucks. Despite the poor shooting percentage, they just made sure to keep themselves close in this game with their defense. Anyone else on the Bucks that stepped up big game?
No, as you said, I mean, Giannis, no, didn't shoot as good as he has most of this series, and obviously he didn't have much help uh, shooting ball wise. I mean, a lot of people really struggled, didn't make shots, but their grit and grind defense kept them close all game long. And obviously in that fourth quarter, it stepped up to another level, and their offense was just enough to give them a win in Game 3 and give them the edge in this series.
And that's going to do it from the Barclays Center. And that's our final here, 55-50 in Game 3. And our game up next will be the Lakers traveling to Houston to see if they can take the commanding 3-0 lead. We'll see you soon in about 5 minutes.